All right, everyone. Welcome to our year-end review of the PSEI. So, ang bala ko sanang gawin sa video na to is to just go over the multiple time frames starting from the yearly time frame all the way down hanggang the daily time frame ng PSEI. Para saan? It's just so I can help myself and hopefully you as well to paint a bigger picture of what I can expect or not expect as we head into 2022. Now, I am recording this video after the market close on December 31, 2021, no? But by the time you watch this, 2022 na. So, Happy New Year to each and every single one of you. Okay? So, since medyo mahaba-haba ang pag-uusapan natin, start na tayo. Now, as you can see sa chart sa screen, I've taken the liberty to segment the range of the chart na, no? Now, how I did this, you can check out dun sa range hacks, quote-unquote, na video ko. And I've posted the link to that in the description box below in case gusto nyo rin siyang gawin. Okay? I've also taken the liberty to annotate some of the lines para lang mas clear at mas madali yung discussion natin. Okay? So the yellow lines encompass the 2020 low and the 2020 high, no? And then the blue line here encompasses the 2016 and essentially the 2021 low. It's off by like 4 points or something, but it's so minor na I decided na isama na lang siya sa isa. Tapos kung napapansin nyo, yung blue line na yon is very close to the mid-range. The mid-range is the level between the 2020 high and the 2020 low. And then the purple lines in between are the halfway points between the mid-range papunta sa low and yung mid-range papunta sa high. Later on, when we go down time frames, mas magme-make sense tong ginawa ko. Kasi dito, pag tinitingnan natin, parang walang saysay, di ba? Wala silang sinasandalan, walang support, walang resistance, walang kahit ano. Okay? Now, lastly, makikita nyo, naglagay ako ng white na zone. Bakit ako naglagay ng white na zone? Kasi para sa akin, ang lapit na rin sobra nung 2016-2021 low dun sa mid-range. So it's best to consider that as an area rather than trying to force myself to just look at one specific level. Okay? Now, etong blue na arrow dito is pinakita ko lang yung range natin for 2021. I am going to delete it now. Okay? I just wanted to show you para clear. And then finally, yung pink line natin is yung 2021 high. Now, looking at the annual chart or the yearly chart, ano ang mga pwede nating i-observe? First things first, essentially, we closed the year out slightly lower than how we opened the year. Okay? Parang, kumbaga, based on this particular chart lang, parang walang nangyari. Diba? Parang nag-jiggle lang tayo up and down. If you remove yung mga wicks ng candle, essentially parang may dash lang na naganap. Okay? When was the last time this happened? Dito, no? Sa 2013. And dito. And dito. Okay? But essentially, that doesn't happen a lot. So, isa yun sa mga observations natin. The next thing is, this candle essentially traded within the 2020 range. Diba? It essentially traded within that range. What does that tell me? So from this particular time frame, ang una ko nang iisip doon is if mabasag man natin tong 2021 na high, then baka ang mangyari is matrap muna tayo sa range na to between the pink line and the yellow line at magiging mas bullish lang talaga kung mabasag na natin tong yellow line above. My apologies for the ugly drawing. No? Napapansin ko talaga pag na-zoom yung chart ko, pumapangit yung drawing lalo eh. Pangit na nga akong mag-drawing to begin with. Lalo pang pumapangit, no? So that's the first thing. Kung mabasag natin tong 2020 high, then may chance na mabalikan natin tong mga previous highs dito. And we'll discuss that more as we go down time frames. The other thing is, nag-close tayo above this yung middle line between the high and the mid-range. Okay? And as I said, mas makikita niyo yung significance niyan as we move lower. Now, let's move down to the quarterly time frame from here. So sa quarterly time frame, makikita nyo na price did essentially dance around dito sa mid-range, di ba? Dito sa white zone. We dance around here, broke up, and when we retested, saan tayo nag-retest? doon din sa may mid-range na area. Diba? Yung 2016 at 2016 na low. No? Tapos, ang nangyari is we pushed up, tapos makikita natin na meron tayong nagfo-form na resistance kung saan may support before dito sa area na to, tong yellow line na to. Okay? So, the chart has behaved as what I would expect na possible behavior dahil yun nga, nauntog tayo sa next level of resistance so hindi na agulat na nagkaroon tayo na reaction. Unang angat natin, dun din tayo nauntog eh. So ngayon na bumalik, nauntog tayo ulit. Essentially forming a double top. Now, makikita rin natin here na etong purple line na to, etong segment na sinabi ko between the 2020 high and the mid-range, nag-act din siya as both support and resistance. So price moved up, di ba? Kung titingnan nyo, even pabalik, ito yung previous support na area. Support here, resistance there. So ngayon umangat tayo, binawi, nag-act siya as resistance, nag-act as resistance, tas ngayon nag-act siya as support. Diba? While it is positive that price did close above the high of the previous quarter here. Okay? So ito yung high ng previous quarter. So para sa akin, kahit papano, bullish pa rin na we closed above that. However, we do need to understand na yun nga, nag-hold pa rin yung resistance natin. So, we want to respect yung pag-act ng price. Okay? Now, moving down, tingin tayo sa monthly chart, no? Now, dito sa monthly chart, okay, pwede ko naliitan ng konti finally, mas kita natin yung effect ng mid-range. Na yun nga, untog dito, di ba? Nagsayaw tayo dyan, broke out, nag-resist tayo dito sa may purple line, di ba? Resist, 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 came down, dyan pa rin tayo nag-resist. Then, when we eventually broke out, yan yung nag-hold as support. Okay? So, with this in mind, okay, lalo kong nako-convince na even if we're able to break above the 2021 high, baka mauntog muna tayo dito sa 7.9 na area as price decides essentially what it wants to do. Okay? Kung mabasag yan, then yung next na target natin na pwede is around dito sa mga 8.4 or 8.2 na area. Itong range na to. Bakit yan? Kasi essentially, meron pa rin tayong head and shoulders pattern dito na nabuo. Yes, naabot niya yung pattern target niya, no? All the way down. However, yun nga, it's still bearish until proven otherwise. Okay, so for me, pinakamalinis kung mabasag natin to. Kung nabasag natin tong 8.4, then we likely come back and target yung 9,000 na area next. Okay, so just let me delete these and allow me to move back up before we move back down. Because gusto ko lang pakita isa pang bagay. So essentially, kapag titingnan natin dito sa quarterly na chart, no? Pwede nating sabihin that price has flagged up, okay? Price has flagged up into this area where price previously consolidated. So, based from this alone, kung mabasag natin to the downside, then tapos yun nga, makahanap tayo ng support dito sa mid-range, tas mabasag pa natin yun even lower, then the likelihood na babalik tayo sa range na to, diba, tumataas. Now, bakit ko binalikan to? Kasi kapag pinantan mo sa monthly, okay, mas nagiging obvious pa siya lalo. Diba? Yes, hindi malinis yung drawing ng lines ko, pero mas nakikita ko siya. It doesn't mean necessarily na bearish ako outright, but it does mean that I want to see some types of invalidation na ma-cancel out tong flag na to para masabi ko na, uy, lalo na siyang gumaganda. Kasi even if sabihin natin hindi siya mag-bearish, hindi niya to mabasag, for all we know, pwedeng mag-consume muna tayo dito while it makes up its mind until such time na, sige, ready na ako, so basagin na natin to the upside. Okay? So just let me delete these as we move lower. Parang di magulo. Whoopsie. Okay, clear naman so far, guys, no? I'm trying my best to explain yung thought process ko along the way para on the same page tayo, or at the very least, at least naintindihan nyo where I'm coming from. Now, sa weekly chart, diba, ang sabi nga natin before was there was a head and shoulders pattern here, then we broke above it. Diba? We broke above it, Pero nauntog tayo dito sa resistance na to. Again, dito sa weekly chart, nakikita natin na ito yung previous levels of support. So hindi naagulat nung nauntog tayo dyan na magkakaroon ng reaction kahit papano. After all the way hanggang dito, support yan, resistance, support, and so on. No? So it's a very decent inflection point where price was likely to react from. Kaya nga gusto sana natin makita mabasag yan eh. Now, kung mapapansin nyo, tong level na to is equivalent to our 2021 high. Now that andito na tayo, pwede ko nang tanggalin tong 2021 high natin, no? Dahil napakita ko na yung level na yan and it makes more sense now. So from here, anong pwede nating i-discern? Siyempre, same as before, gusto natin makita yung basag to the upside. Bakit? Kasi kung mabasag to the downside, here, mabasag tong purple line na to, then pwede tayong bumalik sa range na yan, papuntang 6-7. If 6-7 breaks, then pwede na tayong masabi na, sige, baka ito na, itong malaking na range na to, yung maganap. Which is exactly what I showed dun sa higher time frame kanina. It's just that dito, habang bumababa tayo, mas nagiging malinaw yung structure na pwede nating pagmasdan at pwede nating bantayan. Bakit natin to pinag-uusapan? Kasi syempre, gusto natin na-anticipate natin yung mga potential scenarios na pwedeng maganap. And this is one of the scenarios that we don't want to see. Okay? Bakit? Ibig sabihin ba kapag nabasa itong 6-7, kailangan bumalik dito? Of course not. The market doesn't have to do what I say. The market doesn't have to do what you say. It will do whatever it wants to. I'm just saying na hindi na siya as appealing to me in the interim kung mangyari yun. Baka mas maganda, maghanap na lang tayo ng deeper threshold to possibly find areas to accumulate stocks from, diba? Rather than forcing a trade or hurrying into a trade na baka hindi rin naman maganda ang kahihinatnan. Okay? And then finally, baba tayo sa daily chart natin, no? Ay, actually, burahin pala muna natin dahil ang gulo-gulo na. Okay, so burahin lang natin ng konti ito para namang hindi sobrang baboy yung chart natin sa daily, no? Mabagal ako magbura, guys. Sorry. Kamusta pala ang New Year, no? What did you guys do? Nagpapatok ba kayo? Let me know in the description in the comment section below, no? Then finally, sa daily, okay, what am I looking at? So, naisip na natin yung mga potential bearish scenarios. Dito, nagkaroon lang tayo ng potential confirmation. Meron pa rin tayong possible head and shoulders na nabubuo. So, if this breaks to the downside, possibly breaking these lows here, hindi nakakagulat if it comes back and revisit at least tong mga support levels dito, di ba? However, kung tuluyang mabasag yan, then likely, babalik tayo dito. Diba? As price tries to find some semblance of support. And again, if mabasag yan, altogether, yun na nga. Baka mag-play out tong pattern na to from the daily chart na nabubuong head and shoulders pattern. Okay? Obvious naman na nag-occur siya on an uptrend eh. Tumaas na eh. Diba? So, possible na mabuo yan, mabasag tayo to the downside, then maghanap tayo ng bagong either pattern target or maghanap tayo ng mga levels of support. So as I said, one of the possible levels of support is itong mid-range natin, no? Itong white zone. Napapansin nyo, wala na yung mga lines. Kasi kung tinira ko siya, ang gulo dito sa daily eh. So tinitingnan ko lang siya sa weekly, monthly, and so on. If mabasag yan, we're possibly looking at ma-revisit tong mga lows na to. Yan being yung 6-7 na area. Possibly revisiting these lows. Or, yun nga, mabalikan tong white zone na to. If so, then lalabas is isang malaking range na, which again, may confluence sa mga tinignan natin sa higher time frames. On the flip side naman, meron din tayong bullish scenario na ina-anticipate. Diba? Which is yun nga, kung mabasag natin to the upside to, then medyo malakas, diba? Not malakas in the sense na malayo pupuntahan kasi 7-8, 7-9 yung next na possible based dito sa weekly. But at the very least, alam natin na we are pushing to the upside, na hindi tayo nakahanap ng range high tapos magpo-form lang tayo ng range dito. Kasi syempre, nagbabasa tayo ng structure based on the current look ng chart. Pwede naman niyang magbago eh, and likely magbabago yan along the way. If mag-range to, alam na rin natin anong gagawin natin. Diba? Na possibly looking for better opportunities to get into stocks or positions that we're bullish in. Okay? So guys, I hope na nakatulong po to sa inyo. No? I tried to really break it down bit by bit and to show yung mga possible bullish scenarios, possible bearish scenarios, and so on. And sana may natutunan kayo kahit papaano. If so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!